Well, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Gary, Adam, and Storm. And I brought a prop today, but this is really heavy. This is my favorite month.
Dude, it's mine too. My wife is so annoyed by it.
My name is in this month.
This is my favorite month by far.
Tell me why this is
Airtober month.
Yeah. So if I was a doctor, I'd be Doctober.
One, like I love fires. I love like when the temperature changes.
Okay.
It feels, I don't know, it's like homey. And then whiskey. I'm not even drinking right now, but whiskey this time of year is like.
It's like a distinct change in the seasons, right? So like September can still be that summer hangover, and October feels like leaves are falling. We got donuts to eat. Cider to drink. Trader Joe's has officially pimped out their location with everything being pumpkin spiced.
Pretty basic white girl.
I don't think you can say that on live air anymore.
100% can.
But I'm proud to be one. As is Storm.
So what I try to explain to people, and I don't think everybody really gets to see all of the glory that fall brings. But in the Northeast specifically, we'll go through this period where all the trees start to turn over and the colors that come out are just incredible. And then as quickly as that happens, as quickly as those colors come, they're gone because all the leaves fall off the trees, and then it's just a battle to keep them off the lawn. But it's absolutely stunning up here. Every year it never ceases to catch you off guard. And I hope people stop and look around and soak that stuff up. But the other thing that I think you get out of fall in the Northeast is in the mornings, it's like 40 degrees. This afternoon, it's going to be 80. Yeah. So no matter what kind of temperature you're looking for, you're going to find it at some point during the day, whether you like the weather a little bit cooler or whether you like it, a little bit toastier, you're going to find it on most days.
Well, let's be real. It's football season.
It is. It's football season, baby.
That's the best part.
And they're struggling to keep that going right now, especially in the NFL. We've got some questionable games being played, but I'm trying to make it happen.
Yeah. I was really looking forward to the Patriots-Chiefs this past weekend, and unfortunately, obviously, Cam Newton was sidelined.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
And then Belichick sending Stephon Gilmore to breathe on Mahomes. That was an interesting little shot that was taken there at the end of that game. Just go breathe on him, please.
You should have been the quarterback, Storm. There's a slot at number 3.
Wow.
So let's talk.
In better news, what did you guys think of the I got to watch about 10 minutes of it last night. What did you guys think about the debate? Let's not talk about what sides anybody's on. What did you guys think about the format? We were just talking, Storm, share what you were saying about the Zoom. I think it's a freaking awesome idea.
So a couple of friends and I were talking about how the next debate should be done. And this is, a little bit more geared towards the presidential debate. I think no matter what side of the aisle you sit on, we can all agree that first presidential debate was a little bit of a shit show. Wallace really wasn't able to control either candidate. Neither candidate really seemed like they wanted to be controlled. And it just looked like two friends from opposing neighborhoods that were just up there, screaming at one another and taking pot shots, which at this point, nobody really wants to see. So we were talking about the most effective way to have an actual debate and to give to give candidates and force candidates to stay on topic. And it would be a virtual debate. It could be hosted by Zoom. So it'd be great press for Zoom, buy Zoom stock. But you could put this on Zoom and have a moderator who literally can control when people are allowed to speak and when people are not. Just now, you can mute the candidate. So you give the other candidate a chance to answer the question. You'll mute the candidate who is not supposed to be answering the question at that time, and then you'll give them a chance to rebut. Right?
I have a better idea. I think we should take. He muted my mic. Awesome.
I love it.
Remember the Simpsons episode where they all went into family therapy and they were able to shock each other?
No.
No. Okay. You should look that up. It was based off of some big study that was done that I don't have the reference for, but it was smart. And I think what we should do is we should have the ability to vote with our computers or our phones as to which candidate gets the electric shock. So that way we can involve the audience. So we can be sitting at home and we can download the debate app and click, and just shock them and just watching.
Just live shocking. But I do think that would be a better format for the next debate, just given what we were all forced to watch. And I'll be honest, I didn't even get a chance to watch the initial part of the last debate. I was flying home from Des Moines. So I caught the second half of the debate, but I caught it on the radio driving home from the airport. And even just not watching, just listening to it was horrible. It was horrible. I turned it off at one point, and I was like, I can't take any more of this. And then I said, you know what? This is something I should be paying attention to, and I put it back on. And I regret that decision.
Well, let's talk about what's happening next week.
Discovery. Well, hey, we get to meet.
We're all going to be in a room together at one time, allegedly.
We could do this show live from Charlotte together.
Yep. We only need one screen.
Wow.
Yeah.
We only need one screen. I'm going to be down there. I'm going to get my own office and take my part from a separate office.
When do you fly? When do you guys fly in?
I come in Wednesday at lunchtime.
I will be in Monday morning. I'll be in at like 10.
When do you leave, Storm?
Thursday afternoon, I fly out.
Oh, yeah.
We got all Thursday. I blocked off time in your calendar on Thursday morning, Adam.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Go for a walk.
Good. Meditate?
Sure.
Sweet. Storm, you're definitely getting an ISI workout in, right?
Oh, multiple.
Yeah.
I'm planning on somebody having to drag me onto the plane by the time I leave Charlotte. I should be.
What you should do is you should just fly your girlfriend down and spend the weekend in Charlotte.
I would, but we've got plans for next weekend. It's the
wedding?
No, this one's not a wedding, but every year I get together with all my high school buddies and their fiancés, girlfriends, wives. We all get together and watch an Eagles game. So this is the annual Airman Weekend, Sunday Eagles game, hosted by the Airmans.
Is there flag football that goes with that too?
Philadelphia.
It is. It's super Philadelphia.
Is it sponsored by like Xfinity Live?
We're not going to Xfinity. This will be held in a house in North Wales, but it might as well be.
How many designer jeans and plaid shirts are going to be there? So many. Not a single white sneaker in the place.
Boots, jeans, and flannels.
So your guys at Farrell's are coming in, right? Is the whole team coming in, or just the founder?
I think a few members of the team are going to be flying in.
Cool.
I think Eric will be in. I know Lance will be in. I think a few other guys that really want to see what it is Repham does will all be in. So we've got a couple brands coming in. There's exciting stuff going on the Repham side here. Things picked up very quickly here in Q4.
Yeah, and you're the big show, Adam.
I know.
You are.
I know.
You got to show them how it's done.
Everybody wants to see how you do a Discovery Day.
No pressure.
By the way, for all that are watching, the Discovery Days for ISI are top notch, top dog.
Yeah, if you're interested in joining us for one, obviously we have one next week. The next one after that is November 12th and 13th. So we can get started now, get you on track to be there.
This is an important question.
Please.
If someone wants to come to Discovery Day, they're not going to be able to come to next week's. But if they inquire today and they start the process this week, will they be on track to come to November's?
We'll have plenty of time. to get them to November's. So we're about 5 weeks out from November's. Usually it takes anywhere, if we rush it, it's 3 weeks, but really it's about 4 weeks, a month time frame to get all the information, gather it starting today. Obviously, most people who are looking at coming in November have already started or further down the path and, had conflicts this weekend or next weekend. So
Gary, do you want to go through some of the, at least at a high level, some of the different things we walk the candidates through before bringing them down to a discovery day and kind of how that sets up for the things that they'll see at the D-Day?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 6-phase process, right? First part is a opportunity intro. We'll go through a webinar and talk about what ISI is all about. Then there's 2 more presentations. I love to call it covering the big 3: finance, marketing, and operations. So our second presentation that we go over together is it's a spreadsheet business plan where we look at unit economics. And then the last presentation is marketing and operations, just a super thorough 40-slide deck presentation that covers everything. Very few questions after that. And right after that, we go into validation. And validation is awesome because you can spend a couple different weeks in there, get you talking with franchisees, get you on the phone with this handsome gentleman up here with a great jawline. And we were talking about you, Adam Rice. Mm-hmm. Names on the other side. That's
I was going to say, I don't think they need to talk to me.
They need to talk to Storm.
And they get to see Storm mostly throughout it because he's always like following my schedule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told Storm I taught him everything he knows about franchising.
Pretty much.
Anyway, after validation, what we do is we get you territory lined up. We do a bunch of paperwork, and then we fly you out to Charlotte. We offer a $500 flight voucher reimbursement on your flight. You pick up the flight. We pay for it at the end of it, and have you come into Charlotte. Basically, spend about 24, 25 hours with us. Generally, start at 2 o'clock on the first day. Do a couple of site tours, work out, have dinner together, put you up in a nice hotel. And the next morning we're in 5-6 hours of presentation, optional workout in the morning if you're getting up that early. And then you get real opportunity just to meet the team and make a decision one way or another. You're going to be a partner, you're going to be a friend. We're good with either way, but the more people we see through this process, the better for us and for them.
Yeah. It was a great job. Good job, Kitty.
Oh, man.
Fantastic job, buddy.
Oh, good.
I will say that the franchise discovery process that Carrie takes all the candidates through is extremely thorough, from the brand overview to the financial representations and walking people through that unit economics call. You really get to see how the business runs, right? You understand a little bit more that gyms are a sales engine, right? And it's always about bringing in more, members every single month than you'll lose, right? And then that marketing and ops call, probably the most thorough of the presentations. Very rarely do we have a whole lot of questions after that. And I feel bad, right? Because I coached people for so many years when I was working in financing to go down to the discovery day and to make sure that they had questions, because that was the last opportunity you were really going to get your questions answered, not just by you, Gary, and not just by you, Adam, but from the people that will be supporting you as a franchisee after you sign your franchise agreement. And I know, heading down to the discovery days, we probably exhausted a lot of those questions. So you guys might not get as many of them as some of the other brands have, but it is a very thorough process and it's very transparent.
I actually think that throughout the process, and Adam, you probably get a lot of these questions once we get to validation, it becomes HR related, right? Like, how do I attract and retain good employees? And obviously, it's very difficult in franchising to be the HR department because you're not allowed to. But those are the types of questions that come out of it. I guess that's what you would expect when you're as thorough as we are, covering the business model and what you go through. At the end of the day, the franchisee still has to oversee their business, be a leader, manage their HR department.
Yeah, it's the biggest question that we do get is recruiting, and honestly, it's 2 things. It's the number one and most important thing, and also it's way easier than people think because they're great people are all around. You just got to increase your awareness to them. I was out to dinner with Amanda the other night, and we had this waitress, 24 years, just asked her, like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what do you want to do in life? What's
I thought you said disaster, but you said just asked her.
Just asked her. Yeah. Yeah. Like, just dug in a little bit. Like she's 24, she works at that restaurant and bar full time. But dude, she had such good energy, such good vibes. Like she would crush it in the fitness. And so the thing is like, there's so many good people around us, and people try and overcomplicate the recruiting process. And the thing that I've really extracted from Amanda is like, all the people you want on your team already have a job. You got to go recruit them. So it's just a matter of sharing your vision, sharing of from each franchisee. It's like, where do I want to go? Where do I want to take this organization, and setting up your vision as a franchisee, that it's got to be big enough to where everybody else's vision fits inside that. And dude, it's game on, so it's the most important piece, but also it's not as difficult as people make it. It really boils down to leadership. It really does.
Finding good people. I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah. If you don't have the right team, you're toast. You're toast. I mean, it all boils down to that. And it's not this crazy skill set that doesn't exist, like a aerospace engineer or something like that.
I know one of those, by the way. So I do. I do.
You know why I just said that? I was watching Maui Life last night on HGTV, and this couple moved from California to Maui, and that's what he was. He was an aerospace engineer.
Yeah. So I know Carrie was just making fun of me, asking if I had another wedding, but the wedding that I just went to in Virginia this past weekend, the sister-in-law of the bride is an aerospace engineer. She designs parts that go on rocket ships for NASA.
Nice. It's awesome. Yep. Cool, guys. Well, it was great as always. I've got to go work. And Carrie.
This isn't work.
Storm. Weather.
I've got
this isn't work.
The weather. Yeah. No, this isn't work.
Weather, bro.
This is awesome.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm a little bit underprepared when it comes to the weather today here in Philadelphia. I haven't looked at the weather. I knew today was.
Why don't you do that? We've been on air for over 17 minutes without a title.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Right now, it's a crisp, cool fall morning. 54 degrees here in Philadelphia today. Real feel, because it is a little bit sunny and the wind's not that bad. The real feel has a temperature closer to 60 degrees, but it's not going to get much warmer today. We're looking at a high of 66 degrees. Again, real feel temps probably pushing it closer to 70, but it's going to be a relatively warm week. We're going to look at, or I guess, remainder of the week, we're looking at highs in the 70s and we're looking at lows in the upper 40s at night. No rain. So looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. There's a chance of showers on Sunday, which might move, any Sunday football festivities indoors.
Phenomenal job.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
I give it a B-.
I'll be better prepared tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Adam, you got a video?
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. What do we want to go with? Let's go with a little podcast version.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Modern Business Podcast.
ISI, first off, it stands for Iron Sharpens Iron. No, I mean, our culture is everything. It's really the foundation of everything that we do, and it's the values that we have as a company. So we have aspirations to scale and scale quick.
I think that you touched on video a little bit. I think that's going to be the most important thing. You guys are a very visual business.
Share the message that's going inside the four walls. Like, what's going on inside the four walls? Because there's 80% of your prospective clientele out there is sitting on the couch, and it's not that they don't want results, it's that they're so scared to walk through the door. Lives are being changed, mindsets are being changed, people's lives are being enriched like no other. And to be able to see that scale from coast to coast, me personally, I feel like it's my mission.